silly games of second guessing. I just forget the lessons that I couldn't learn, because one street over there's a life I could have known that would have kept me from the one I had today. From my home, cracked and broken asphalt everywhere. I could have ended up just like that broken road, with a dead end in my path. Thank the Lord that I've got more than that. In this life there's nothing certain, except the curtain that rises to the stage. Silly games of second guessing. I won't forget the lessons that I don't deserve, because one street over there's a life I could have known that would have kept me from the one I love today. One street over there's
they're
a life
finishing
I
up.
could
This
have
is
known.
1100 WSG.
Robertson County, it is
I'm
time
Utah
to
LaVern, and
join
we
the
are so
gig
glad to
club.
have you
Get
with us
humble
this
and connect.
morning.
If-
It's not quite blustery out there, but it's getting there, and it's going to be, from what they're telling us next week. It's so funny, as we're kind of anticipating what the weather holds for us. Just kind of get ready for it, because so funny. Our master gardener, he's going to be in here tomorrow, but he got the days wrong, so he slid in here for just a second, and it was so funny. I said, we need you back in here tomorrow, because man, we're about to hit this cold snap, and it is going to be a problem for us, with all of the things we have going on in our yards and all of that. So we want to make sure that we're prepared for that. So he will be in. Like I said, he slid in here for just a second, but he's going to come back tomorrow. Thank you so much. But today, we have musical guests, and it's always fun when we have all the instruments come in the building, and when we got the upright bass man sitting behind me, if you're seeing what's going on. This is Cutter and Cash and the Kentucky Grass.
Well, hello there.
Welcome. How y'all doing?
Yeah, we're pretty good. Glad to
Love
be here.
it.
We're glad to be here.
I love the Kentucky in your name. we're just sitting here visiting because I'm a Kentucky girl, and y'all not too far from me.
No, about an hour and a half.
Yeah, so
Pretty close.
yeah, for sure. But so have y'all always lived in Kentucky? Is this like old family?
We've always lived there. Yeah.
Okay,
And
so-
Brennan, he's the next door neighbor. He lives right across the road from us, so
I love
might
it.
as well be Ken. He's played with us that long. So
I love it. I love it. That's wonderful. I was telling him, bluegrass is at the roots of. I've always messed around with music, and I love bluegrass. Still have a couple little songs that I sing with my grandkids, and they have their part. We sing Slewfoot, and they'll be like,
that's a
"Okay,
great-
Mama, let's sing our song," and then they have the. You shoot them in the bottom just to listen to them. That's my grandson's line.
they like that.
I go, I point to him, and he's got the line, and they just love it. It's just fun. That's the thing. It's happy music.
Oh, it is. It really is.
I have a friend that's, I don't know if you know the Brown Girls, that you've seen them. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Well, their grandfather's bride calls it happy music. Let's go hear some happy music.
Yep.
And I love that. I think that's hysterical. I think that's so cute, because it is. You can't help but smile.
No, you just feel good music. I like it. Yep.
I love it.
Anybody can listen to, easy listen to you. It's just
Yeah.
it's good old music, and I like it like that.
I love it. I love it. I love it. It's so much fun. If you haven't discovered the joys of bluegrass, you just don't know what you're missing.
No, they don't.
And we'll kind of tease it with that Kilgore Station Bluegrass Festival.
Oh,
So do y'all have the date? I don't have the date. I host it every year, and they haven't given me the date. It's in May, right?
It's in May, I believe that's right. I've got it on the phone here. I'll look here.
Yeah,
in just
look
a minute.
for me. But I'm assuming it's probably the fourth weekend in May.
We'll just check right
Go
quick.
ahead and check,
Let's
because
look. We're
that's
right
what
here.
we want to get this on your calendar right away.
We're on the digital calendar here.
There you go, folks. That's what we are. We're a digital age, but that's okay.
Hopefully it'll be drier this next year.
It
Man, that
rained
was-
all week down there.
Bloody
Nasty.
Were y'all
But
there
it was
last
still
year?
fun. It was still fun and still good music.
Did
you
y'all
know?
play last year?
We
We
did.
did. We were in the barn.
Okay,
Saturday.
You played on. Did you? Oh, that's
we were
right.
Saturday morning.
Saturday
You
morning.
were Saturday morning.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
right. See, I have a
Saturday, May the 18th. So come
Okay, so
see
it's
us,
third
everybody.
weekend.
Come see us.
third weekend. Okay.
Third weekend, the 18th.
Okay. Well, that's my granddaughter's birthday.
Happy birthday to your granddaughter. We'll see you there.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
we'll see. I may not be there the whole weekend, but we'll see. But I told them, I said, when y'all put that on that weekend, you got me because that's my grand girl's birthday.
Uh-oh.
So I'll be there for part of it, but yeah, I'll probably have to bow out for my.
Well, yeah,
my
you got to do
girl's
that. You got to.
birthday. But it's so much fun. I had forgotten that you guys were there, and because it was rainy and stuff. But what we love about our venue there is we do have that old barn that sets up perfectly, and I don't know, it was really kind of cool and cozy. But we really want to explode this festival into something that just absolutely fills that valley. It is
Well, it's
such
a great spot, a
wonderful.
big, nice hill, and that big stage up there. It's great. A lot of vendors, a lot of nice vendors. I like that. Good food, I like the food. That's the great
course.
part.
It's got that natural acoustic thing going.
It does. Well, it just glides right up that hill. I like
love
it.
I just love you. You're so cute. You're just adorable.
Well, thank you.
How old are you?
I'm 17.
You told me this last year because
Yeah.
we visited last
We
year
did, yes.
at the festival. How old are you?
I'm 14.
You're 14.
Yes,
How old
ma'am.
are you?
33.
I was gonna say I think you're a little older.
yeah.
So anyway, you are so cute. But how long have y'all been playing music?
Oh, gosh.
You get right up on those microphones. When you talk, kind of try to talk right into the front of the mic. That one will pick up you guys pretty good if you just talk off the side. But you need to be
Okay,
right
right
on
on
top
it.
of it.
Well, I started playing first, I guess probably before you did, Brendan. Wouldn't that be right?
Oh, I can't remember what year I started playing.
My inspiration, I heard Flat and Scruggs on the radio.
Oh,
And I said, my gosh, what is that? Mom said, that's bluegrass music. I said, well, that's what I want to do. And so we wound up getting me a banjo for Christmas. I just turned 5 years old and took my first banjo lesson on Christmas Day of 2012.
Okay.
Or on New Year's Day, I'm sorry, New Year's Day of 2012. Got my banjo on Christmas Day and took the first lesson on New Year's. And a fellow by the name of Jack Martin, he's the one that started giving me lessons. But Jack has got a real neat story. He's out of Paducah, Kentucky. But Jack, he used to play the dobro for Lester Flatt, used to play the bass for Bill Monroe, worked for all these guys and toured all over the country playing bluegrass. And so not only did I get to learn how to play an instrument, I learned what the instrument stood for and what the stories behind the music was and how it all fit together and those great road stories, which I love those. Those are the best. I can't get over that. So it was just a real neat experience. And so after he'd give me lessons for 4 or 5 years, I guess. He said, well, I said, I want to keep learning. He said, well, I've taught you about all I can teach you. He said, well, I'm going to hire you and play in my band. So that's what I did. And then he sent me to a fellow named Haskell McCormick down at Westmoreland, Tennessee, right outside of Nashville. And he used to play, of course, for Lester Flatt as well. That's how they knew one another. But he worked some session stuff for Johnny Cash and toured with Marty Robbins after Marty Robbins had his 71 album, 20th Century Drifter. So he's done some real neat stuff too, and I got to learn a whole lot from him and even more stories that I hadn't learned from Jack. So that's where I got this craving for the history and how it all went together, how it worked, and just the persona that goes in behind it. And I love it. It's great stuff. It's
that's
great.
Cool. All right. That's a great story. And I love you threw old Paducah in there. Our farm, I'm from a farm in West Kentucky, and our farm is literally halfway between Mayfield and Paducah.
How about that?
You know, but I went to the Graves County schools, which is part of that Mayfield. Mayfield is our county seat for Graves County, but Paducah was always part of my life. The Barker family. I'm from the Barker. The Barkers are all my kin.
How about that? That's
yeah,
pretty neat.
Yeah. So yeah, that's y'all my stomping ground. And what a great story.
Oh, it is.
I just
I'm
think
proud
it's
of it.
wonderful.
I'm
I
proud
took
of
a
it.
few music lessons
That's
in
good.
Paducah. I can't remember. Well, Herb Chapman.
Yeah, we'll see.
Herb was one of my guitar teachers. I actually got to take. I always like to brag. Stephen gave me a couple of lessons. I still can't play worth a flip because I don't practice.
Well,
But,
see, Herb and Jack were in business together. They had their own
I
music
knew I
store.
knew that name.
So-
as soon as you said that, I'm like, oh, that rings a bell.
So I was talking to Jack here just
Oh,
last week,
man.
and we was talking about that, and we had seen Stephen Curtis. Of course, Jeannie Sealer produces us and kind of guides
Yeah.
us around and helps us out. And we'll talk more about that later. But Jeannie had pulled us down. We'd worked, where were we at? Donaldson Parade?
Donaldson Christmas.
Yeah, the Donaldson Christmas Parade, which that was really fun. So Jeannie took us, she said, well, let's go on over to the Opry. And so we went on back. Stephen Curtis Chapman, he was there that night. And so we got to talk to him, and I talked to him about Jack. Of course, he knew all about
wonderful.
it. He said, I got to tell you a story. And so Jack confirmed the story, which I think's hilarious. Jack's real name is John Curtis Martin. He just goes by Jack. And so Herb used to make fun of Jack. He'd make fun of him for having that Curtis in his middle name. He used to think that's so funny, so he'd poke fun at him. Well, anyway, it made old Jack mad. It make him mad, so he wouldn't talk about it. And I'll be darned if he didn't name his son after Jack Stephen Curtis Chapman. So that's where the name came from. So I thought that was funny.
That is so cute. I had never
it.
heard that story.
Yep.
Oh, I love it.
So he named him after Jack.
Yeah, and they're just a gracious family.
Oh, they are. They're great people.
Never been around. They're just the most
And
precious
talented
people.
musicians. Oh, my gosh.
Incredible.
Unbelievable.
Incredible. Steven started writing when he was just a kid.
Yeah.
He would joke around. One of his first songs, I think, was about his brother getting in trouble, getting spanking or something. I don't remember. I heard him tell that story one time, but that's cool that we have this shared history. I love it. So that was your journey. How did you get started?
Well, whenever he picked it up, I really fell along with it, and I started listening to the same music he listened to, and I decided I wanted to do it too. So I started out on guitar, and I took lessons from the same guy that Cutter did, Jack Martin.
Okay.
And later on down the road, I decided I wanted to pick up the mandolin, and that's where I fell in love with the
I
mandolin,
love the mandolin.
and I've been singing forever. So
I love it. That's
just
so cool.
fell in place.
I wish I've picked up the mandolin lately. I can't play it worth a flip. Again, practice.
Oh, yeah.
I just can't seem to log out that time to get practice. I love the mandolin. I think it's always probably been one of my favorite instruments, and because it's just I don't know. I love the melodic. I just love it, and so I mean, you're definitely somebody after my own heart playing that mandolin. So.
And I'll tell you another reason I think Cash has done so well with it. Of course, being brothers, you always got to try to outdo each other. And so they're created a little bit of a challenge and a little bit of a game to play one another, try to outplay each other. So I think that gave him a little bit of a drive to try to get up there with Big Brother. I think
You might be right, Cutter.
I'll tell you, the Brown girls too. Have y'all know them? Y'all
Yes.
play together,
Yes.
so it's like it's kind of funny to see that sibling thing.
Yep.
Now are y'all homeschooled?
No, we go to public school.
Okay, where do you go to school?
Crittenden County High School, both of us. And I'm
You're
a senior.
missing school this
Oh yeah, we
morning.
miss school all the time. That's all right. They take
good
care
about
of
it.
us.
They're
They
real good
really
about
are. And that's another thing we always like to mention them because we're so grateful for that. I mean,
Yeah.
they let us go out and pursue our career in music. A lot of school systems won't let you do that. Just go whenever you need to go.
Yeah.
I mean, we miss all kinds of school, but we all, of course, we got a form we fill out and do all that. It's like a
Sure.
field trip or whatever. But because of them, we're able to go pursue our career, and in what we're going to do, we're able to further our education and what we want to know about. So it's great. It really is great. We're fortunate to have a school system that works with us. We really appreciate that.
Y'all know I'm a school teacher.
Is that right? Uh-oh.
Yeah. So I've got this. I've been in radio forever, but I am the audio video production teacher at
No
Greenbrier
kidding.
High School. I got recruited to that. I'm in the middle of my second year right now, so I'm still trying
Really?
to figure it out. But I'm having a lot of fun. So I love that you're in the public school
So
system.
you're doing that now?
Oh yeah, I'll
Really?
leave here and go to school.
No, is that right?
Yes.
So so school starts at what time for you?
Well, they start at 8, but my planning block is first block, so I
you're-
can do
yeah,
radio.
There you go.
That
There
was
you
one
go.
of the stipulations of my hiring is like, I can't give up radio.
Yep.
I
Oh, no.
just can't
It's
do
too
it.
fun.
Well, because it's part of what I'm teaching too. So having that still, my foot in with radio helps the students to see, what I do in the industry and all
There you
the
go.
things, all the things.
Yep.
So it's just, this is great. I love it. Now, so I got the boy story. Talk to me. How did you get into this?
I've always been into music, but I didn't get serious. But I've had a guitar. I got a guitar whenever I was a kid, but didn't really get serious about it until I started playing in public a little bit whenever I was senior in high school, and then didn't really get serious about it until a few years later.
Okay.
And but started off more in I like the rock and roll type stuff.
I like Leonard Skinner.
Well, actually, I'm not a Leonard Skinner fan.
I love
I'm
Leonard
not.
Skinner.
I don't want to.
What's your rock genre? Who's your rock artist?
I
that you
like the Beatles. Of
Really?
course, me being a bass player, so I'm a Paul McCartney fan. So that's where that comes from.
See, I'm a Leonard Skinner.
But I like the 50s, 60s, early 70s type
Okay,
stuff.
okay.
But and then so I started off on electric bass.
Oh, okay.
And a friend of mine told me one time, he said, you need to get a upright bass. He said, you'd have the market cornered in our neck of the woods if you had an upright bass. So I'd never played one. Of course, didn't have access to one. Nobody had one. So I found one on eBay, just an old cheap one. And I thought, well, of course, a cheap upright bass is $700 or $800.
Yeah,
So I mean,
it's still an
it's a little bit of an investment. But I thought, well, if I get it and it doesn't work out, hopefully I won't lose too much on it.
Yeah.
And so I just got it and transitioned myself from the electric over to acoustic upright there. So anyway, that's kind of how that came about.
Do you still play other music, or are you just strictly bluegrass?
No. I'll play other music, but I mean, as far professionally, bluegrass is the only.
So talking about, that's one thing, because we're in Nashville. There's the desire to be a musician and do those things. I mean, a lot of people that are pursuing that path. So, do you believe? Is this what you do professionally?
No,
What's your day job?
I own my own landscaping and
Well, that's
carpentry
good.
company. Yeah,
That
so
works great.
I've
'cause
had
you can travel and
I've
make your own
worked
time. Yeah.
I worked at a factory there in Marion for 11 years, and during the COVID pandemic, I made my exit
Yep.
and decided to go out and do what I wanted to do.
Sure.
Well, I say want to do. This isn't exactly what I want to do, but it gives me the freedom to go out and do what I'm
bet.
doing this morning. So
Yeah. That entrepreneurial, because as I think you're 17, you're going to be graduating soon. What's your plans out of school?
Keep on keeping on. That's
Keep on keeping on.
it.
Are you? Because I mean, that's one of the things. Because I'm an audio video production teacher, I talk to my students a lot about, man, live your dreams. You can do anything that you want to do, but you do have to make a living. And
Sure.
that's the
Oh, yeah.
reality of it. So
You do.
what's your plans until, as you're building your music career and doing those things? What kind of a plan?
Well, and that's
there?
what I'm working on now. Thanks to the school, I get to
Right.
go up. So I get to go home at 12:30 and go work on this sort of stuff. So I do all the marketing for our group. So I send out promotional packages and send out that sort of thing and book shows.
Okay.
Like last week, booked 10 shows for this year. But I mean, we're like, after this year was over, we run. It was close to 80 shows total this year. So we've got enough to keep us busy, and we build more every year.
and we're already booking for 25.
Booking several for 25. So
Okay.
after I'm out of school, I've got more time to push this sort of thing. Got a new record fixing to come out and that sort of thing. We got a lot of big things that are fixing to come this way. So I think we can push hard and get her
I think
going.
so too.
It's fun. We enjoy it. Oh my gosh, we get to do some neat things.
There was a guy, Jeffrey Jocelyn. Do y'all know? Have y'all met him? He was on the show Monday. He is
Heard the name.
he's a musician, contemporary Christian. I think he does a lot of he's not a bluegrass
Sure.
guy, but I love what he said, because he is also a filmmaker. He said this idea, I'm a practical. I'm 61 years old, and I've seen the industry for a long time, and I've seen a lot of journeys, and I always remind them, you've got to be practical.
Yep.
But he goes, I don't want anybody telling me I can't live my dream. And so I try to be very careful about that and say, man, absolutely, go for it. But you do have to
yeah.
be practical
You're
about it.
exactly right.
You
You're
know, because
exactly
I've
right.
got friends. I've got friends who are like, I'm a musician, and they're like, they're honestly, they're a bit lazy.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Because they're
You
like,
can't-
I'm
you can't
playing
do
my
that.
music, and it's, well, how are you feeding your family?
Yep.
And so you've got to be practical about it.
That's exactly
And
right.
So, but I do appreciate that spirit that Jeffrey was talking about on Monday. Don't let anybody, say no to your dreams. Go for it. Whatever the good Lord's made you to be, man.
Yep.
Let's live big.
There's, not to get all off onto that subject, but there's.
let's go.
But,
Why not?
Well, but
Come on.
the problem I see with it, there's a bit of a cookie cutter pattern that's going on these days, and everybody's expected to go to college, and everybody's expected to do this and that, and I didn't go to college, and maybe that was a mistake on my part, but I don't feel like I've made a mistake not doing that.
And there's certain people that definitely need to go to college.
Yeah, I mean,
they
nothing
want
against-
to, and they need to go do things, and that's their dreams. Their dream is to go and do something
You
like
want to be
that.
an engineer, a doctor, a lawyer, you got to go to
I'd
college.
hope to go to college. Yeah.
But you can go to technical. Honestly and truthfully, that's what I'm part of the CTE department, Career and Technical Education, which helps point to the trades.
Sure.
And things like that. Now, mine's more, there are all kinds of schools geared to production careers that aren't four-year universities. And so, yes, exactly. You probably like Mike Rowe.
Yeah. Oh,
You
yeah.
know who
oh,
Mike
yeah,
Rowe
yeah,
is?
Yeah.
We love him because he talks about the trades
Yeah.
and the fact that we've forgotten how to mentor people and do those things. And what you're
You got to have somebody to do everything.
Well, and if you kill somebody's dream, you've pretty much killed their whole life. I mean, they
believe
just
it.
don't recover from something like that.
That's right. And the only thing too, I encourage people. I don't care. Like I said, I'm 61 years old. I've never quit dreaming. Every dream I've dreamed ever since I was a little kid. There's still a piece of me that wants to be on the Opry. You know, I'm serious. I wanted to be Tanya Tucker, and it scared my daddy half to death. You know,
That's
I was
probably
like,
right.
oh. So, I mean, you know, and so you never give up on those dreams. Never, 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 never. And you just, I think when you think that you're too old to do something, think about the story of old Colonel Sanders. You know, our Kentucky Fried Chicken man. I mean, I think he was in his 60s.
He was like 65 or 6 or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, you can do anything. Shoot,
Yeah.
I'm younger than him. So, come on.
There you go.
But okay, so we're going to hear some music. I'll tell you, I need to take a break, but why don't y'all get set? Let
That'll
me do
work.
my break.
That'll work.
Y'all get set. Let's come back. I was going to say, you've got a song that you've released. Tell me a little bit about this this new song.
The new song, Mamas Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be Cowboys.
Okay.
And Jeannie Seeley, of course, like I said earlier, is producing us now and
Okay.
getting the records out and working on that sort of thing, kind of coaching us along and showing us the business, and that's been great because she's got so much experience.
Oh, yeah.
56 years on the Grand Ole Opry. She's a CMA Award winner, Grammy Award winner, and so you get all this great advice from somebody like that, and it's wonderful. So anyway, we were coming back. We'd worked the Williamson County Fair, I believe is where it was. So Tommy Jackson, he kind of puts that on down there. And so we'd worked for him, and we'd done a big show down there, about an hour and a half, and was coming home, leaving down there for Franklin, headed to the house, and Jeannie calls. And of course, you always answer when Jeannie Seeley calls.
Yeah.
So anyway, she said, hey, what's going on? Oh, nothing, you know. She said, I got an idea. I said, well, what's your idea? She said, let's go back in the studio because we've got an EP fixing to come out. And we had all the tracks laid. She said, I've got an idea. She said, let's go do it. I said, okay, what is it? She said, let's go do Mamas Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be Cowboys. And we all just looked at one another, you know, like,
Okay.
yeah, that's exactly right. How is that going to work bluegrass style? You know, because it was always a Waylon and Willie, Ed Bruce song,
know,
just
I know,
a slow
yeah.
pace, just a good old honky-tonk country song is what it was.
Yeah.
And so I thought, how's that ever going to work? So sounds good, Jeannie. You know, So anyway, we hung up. This is never going to work. This is never, ever, ever going to work. And so anyway, we went home and got together and we practiced it, and then we took off on that first note or two, and it
I can
clicked.
hear it. I
And,
mean, honestly, as you're saying
And
that,
we've got it up
Yeah.
tempo, fast, and you know, got good bass walks
Yeah.
and good pauses, and I mean,
love
it's just a real energetic
Yeah.
piece. I love it. It has
got a-
become a favorite.
In a completely different feel
Yeah.
from the original
Yes,
version.
totally. I mean, it's a hardcore driving bluegrass song, is
See,
what it is.
I love it. I call it twanging it up.
And
I love twanging up rock songs.
And
yeah.
it's
I
really
love the ones that do that. I think that's fun.
Well, like we do one every now and then. We do the old.
which one?
Well, we do a couple of them, but the
Brown-eyed handsome.
we do a little
Man.
brown-eyed handsome man. Yeah, that's the old Waylon
Okay.
Jennings, and
Yeah.
which that's a fun one. Everybody
Well,
likes
see,
it.
in our Ridgetop Ramblers, they do some Eagles tunes.
Oh, yeah.
And bluegrass. You know, y'all have heard that, and I love it.
Oh, it's great.
I love it.
Well, and then
And,
you're widening your audience.
Yeah.
You know, you've got somebody that loves hardcore rock and roll. Well, they're doing the bluegrass. So that's pretty neat. You know, so they take a listen to it. I love it.
Can we twang up any Leonard Skinner?
You're dead set on Leonard Skinner.
I
aren't you?
love Leonard Skinner. Oh my gosh, I'm from the '60s and '70s.
Oh, yeah.
Of course,
It's good
course.
stuff.
But that one turned out of all the songs we've recorded 5 songs,
5 songs.
and the first 4 I thought they were great, but then we went in and recorded that one.
It's
and
got
that
a
one,
magic.
I
It's
love
got-
it.
It's got
It's got
magic.
the touch to it. Yeah.
Okay, so
It's
let's
got
just,
what us musicians call it.
I love
it has it.
It's got it. It's got it. I tell you. Well, and here's the thing. So Facebook, they have the rights to record this. They are not, because they'll copyright us
Oh, yeah.
on stuff because that's a very copywritten song. But you wouldn't have recorded it if you didn't have the rights to do it.
Exactly.
So Facebook, do not mute us. I'm just putting that warning out there because they'll mute us and I'll have to go in and challenge and go, no. That was the artist in the studio because, we've got the song that we play One Street Over.
Sure.
We've got the rights to that because the guy said we could do it.
There you go.
Facebook, pay attention. Anyway, social media, gotta love it.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right, you guys get ready. I'm going to talk about one of our sponsors who we love and we appreciate. Y'all get ready. All right, and we're going to talk about Barry and Rebecca Richards with the Exit Realty Garden Gate team, and it's kind of fun that we're talking about them because Barry and Rebecca, one of the primary sponsors for our Kilgore Station Bluegrass Festival, and we loved. They're a longtime sponsor of our program here, and we are so thankful for them. My husband's out there. Just lay that on the counter out there. Got it. He's needing direction. He's needing direction. He did an errand for me this morning. Thank you, honey. And so Barry and Rebecca Richards with the Exit Realty Garden Gate team, Cross Plainians, they're one of us in Robertson County. They've been there 28 years now, and they specialize in Robertson County properties, but also buy and sell in the surrounding counties and across the state line in Kentucky. They are, again, one of the big sponsors of the Kilgore Station Bluegrass Festival, so you're going to see them all over the place over the next few months as we get ready to bring you the festival in May. But can't say enough about what they do for the community. Things like the festival. When they see something that's going to help the community, they're going to jump in, they're going to sponsor, they're going to help. They work with Open Door Pregnancy and Resource Center, all the things. You're going to see them out and about, and that's one of the things I love about them is how much they pour into the community, and they know their community. But again, they can help you in any of the surrounding areas, whether it be buying or selling property. I was talking about the folks that were in here on Monday. He's looking for some property to expand a studio. Barry's the perfect person to reach out to and say, hey, what can I do to help with this? People forget sometimes when they think about their friends in real estate. If you're looking for commercial properties, things like that, if you got some to sell, they're your go-to as well. So whether it be residential, commercial, buying or selling, maybe you want to be a realtor. You need somebody to mentor you. They're the perfect couple to do it. Barry is the broker here in Springfield on the downtown square. Rebecca's one of the agents out of White House, and you can Google them, Barry Richards Exit Realty, Rebecca Richards Exit Realty, and find all kinds of ways to contact them. Rebecca's number is 615-504-7425, 615-504-7425. Always thank them for sponsoring what we have going on here and let them know that U-Turn sent you. And as we continue on with our show right now, we want to get back into it. And we have got, okay, I've got to get the name right here. Pull it up here. I'm going to say it wrong. I don't want to butcher it. We have got Cutter and Cash and Kentucky Grass playing Mama's Don't Let the Babies Grow Up to Be Cowboys. Facebook, you have the rights to play this, so behave yourself. Let's go.
Oh, you want to hear Mama's? Okay.
Oh, I thought that's what you were going to play.
Well, we can.
No. Go ahead and play. What were you getting ready to set up?
Well, no, we were under the impression we was going to play the recording over the air.
Oh, we were going to play it like I was going to play it?
That's no big deal. We'll just
Well,
do it.
no, because they didn't get it to me.
Yeah, okay. That's
So
fine.
my
Don't worry about
apologies.
We'll
Can
do
y'all
it
play
live.
it? Can y'all play it live?
Yeah, we can definitely play it live.
Let's go.
1, 2, 3.
Cowboys ain't easy to love and they're harder to hold. I'd rather just give you a song and diamonds or gold.
Buckles and old faded Levi's, and each night begins a new day. If you don't understand him or he don't die young, he'll probably just ride away. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys.
Don't let them pick guitars and drive them old trucks.
Let them be doctors and lawyers and such. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. 'Cause they'll never stay home and they're always alone, even with someone they love.
old pool rooms and clear mountain mornings. Those little warm puppies, children and girls of the night.
Them that don't know him won't like him, and them that do sometimes don't know how to take it. He ain't wrong, he's just different, but his pride won't let him do the things to make you think he's right. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys.
Don't let them pick kids hard to drive them old trucks.
Let them be doctors and lawyers and such. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. 'Cause they'll never stay home and they're always alone, even with someone they love. 'Cause they'll never stay home and they're always alone, even with someone they love.
I'm gonna let you babies grow up to be cowboys.
Cutter and Cash and the Kentucky Grass. My goodness,
Well, thank
I
you.
love it.
What a
that
fun
was
song.
so much
What a
fun. That was so much fun. I love it. That is absolutely wonderful. And I love having live music in here. It is just a blast.
It
And
is
I
fun.
hope that woke you up and just kind of remind happy music. Happy music bringing
It
to
woke
you here
us up,
on
I'll tell you.
700
We woke up
WSCI.
2 o'clock this morning to come down here to see you, and that sure enough woke us up. 2 o'clock.
They got up at 2 o'clock, y'all. There's some of my Kentucky friends. And if you've missed the show, just go and listen to it. Cause I mean, they've taken lessons in Paducah, which is, some of my stomping ground, and all this from Marion. And this is just great. I'm excited. They're going to be part of the Kilgore Station Bluegrass Festival again this year. And just can't wait.
It's going to be fun.
it's
I'm
gonna be
excited
fun.
about that festival.
It's gonna be
I'm
fun.
really excited.
Where are you guys in the show? Do you know what the lineup
I
is?
have
Or
no
you-
clue.
Yeah,
No clue.
that's a question for
We'll
the
be
guys.
there, though. That's the big
That's
one.
just
We'll
it.
be there.
That's just it. Will you be there on Friday night, or are you just
Saturday,
coming on
I believe.
Saturday?
I believe just
because
Saturday.
Friday night we do the little square dance
Oh,
and
yeah,
kind of
that's
stuff
fun
like
stuff.
that. So y'all are coming down that day and spending the day with us.
We may. Just depends
Okay.
on. I believe we might have something booked on the Friday night, but we'll
I
definitely
got
be there
you.
on Saturday.
Very
We'll
good.
definitely be
Very
there on
good. I'll tell
Saturday.
you what. Since you're all set up, you want to play another one?
Yeah, we'll do.
Why don't we do that? Why don't
Let's
we
do
just
that.
play another one and then we'll visit some more?
We'll do this one. This is one that, matter of fact, went over real well at Kilgore, and we had several people request this one. It's
Okay.
a good one.
Okay. So just get up on those mics as much as you can when you're talking, because we're not mic'd really for, everything in here, but we can make it work.
Let me get
So
in
when you-
tune here.
There you go. So when you're singing, go ahead and get right on that microphone. And sounding wonderful on the upright there. Very good. Very good. So if you're just joining us, this is Cutter and Cash and the Kentucky Grass. And they're going to be at Kilgore, and they've got. How can they get your music? Are y'all can they download it now?
You can get it on any streaming platform. You can
Okay.
go to our Facebook page. You can get anything there. YouTube, Spotify, Amazon, Apple. You can get her anywhere you can find it.
And they just need to look for Cutter and Cash
And the Kentucky
Grass.
Grass. That's right.
Cutter. We've got it in the description. Cutter and Cash and the Kentucky Grass.
And
So
get
that's
ready,
how you
'cause
find them.
on January the 19th. On the 19th, we got a big media push fixing to come out, and we're going to release Mamas Don't Let You Babies Grow Up to Be Cowboys
Okay.
on digital distribution. So be ready
Okay.
for that.
That's when it's coming out. Gotcha. Okay. What else are you going to play for us now? What's this one?
Well, this is a fun little song, and I always like doing this. It's an old country number that we've kind of turned bluegrass. Johnny Rodriguez did this old tune, one called Riding My Thumb to Mexico.
Hold on. Let me get my strap.
Cash got to get his strap on.
One.
This old highway seems so lonesome when you're going where you've been, and a lonesome song can make you cry time and time again. If I had listened to a friend of mine 10 years ago today, I'd have a better job than what I've got today. Left the billboards on the highways and the brake lights on the cars make me jump out on the highway with my bag and my guitar. If she comes or if she goes, it doesn't matter anymore. So I'm riding my thumb to Mexico.
riding my thumb to Mexico. It don't matter when or how I go. I'll ride this thumb till I see her again. So I'm riding my thumb to Mexico. Well, the reason why she left me is not the reason that I'm here. I'm a traveling kind of man, just need a change of atmosphere. If there's any place I haven't been at all, that's where I'll go. So I'm riding my thumb to Mexico. Riding my thumb to Mexico. It don't matter when or how I go. I'll ride this thumb till I see her again. So I'm riding my thumb to Mexico. Riding my thumb.
Awesome, awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. Cutter and Cash and the Kentucky Grass. Going to be part of the Kilgore Station Bluegrass Festival. We figured out May 18th, and cannot wait to see you there. It's going to be up in Cross Plains at Kilgore Park. Just always a wonderful time, and I'm so excited you're going to be back there this year. And we had a lot of fun. We had some rain last year, but it's always up in the barn. And if we have just really bad rain, we can take it to the auditorium there at East Robertson, which we've done, and it's a wonderful venue too. I just love it outdoors.
Nice bit outside.
It is just the best. It is the best. But we have so much fun there.
It is fun. I enjoy it.
So now, are you guys hanging out and going to be on with Lee Marie?
I believe that's
8?
correct.
Okay, good deal. Because Lee Marie comes on with the Ghost Show at 8 o'clock. So 8 to 9, you've got another hour, and I'm sure they'll be playing more and more. But now we were talking about how to find your music. About how many songs have you released?
Well, we're fixing we've released one, just a slow release, just to get something out there.
Okay.
But we're fixing to have the big push on the 19th.
Okay. So you've got something. What have you got out there right now?
We've got a number called Call of Kentucky out right now.
Is that original?
Well,
Is that an
Jeannie
old?
Seeley wrote that song back years ago.
I remember that story now.
Yep.
Because you guys played that at Kilgore last year.
Correct.
Yep. Yeah, I remember that now because that was kind of what got your relationship going with her.
Correct, and it's done actually pretty well on Mountain Bluegrass charts. It's ranked over the whole year of 2023. It was number 20 over the whole year when we released it in the later part of the year. So we were proud of that. That was a great number for us.
I love it. So tell me this: you're talking about being in the public school system and being at school. Did they let y'all play talent shows? Are you professional now?
Well, they don't. I don't have much of that sort of thing up there.
They don't. All right.
Can't ever remember them having a talent show. Can you, Kay?
I can't.
Yeah, well, see, they ought to have one. And let y'all just, but I was gonna say, I don't know if they'd let y'all compete because y'all are professionals. That might be throwing it a little bit. But have you done shows for your schools?
Oh yeah, we do that sort of thing.
I would imagine.
Demonstrations. As a matter of fact, we do several schools in that area up there. Give demonstrations to elementary schools. We take the whole 5-piece and go play an hour's worth of bluegrass, explain the instruments, and give a little bit of history on it, and how it is Kentucky's music. It's everybody's music, but it comes from Kentucky. And so it's kind of a neat deal we get to do that sort of thing.
Is the roots of bluegrass strictly Kentucky, or is it Kentucky, Tennessee? Or
it comes from really all over the place, but of course when Mr. Monroe, Bill Monroe, was there from Rosine, Kentucky, and that's right there in about the middle of the state. And that's, supposedly the home place of bluegrass music. That's what it's claimed. But of course, it's a variation of folk music, and I mean it's all country music is what it all is.
Right.
But it comes from all over the place, Appalachia, but
sure.
But it's just a branch off that happened to work and click and get widespread,
But yeah, that's the homestead, so to speak.
Correct.
And so, but I'm just wondering, beyond that, if it, because Appalachia, is where I kind of root it to for sure, and it's fascinating. It's beautiful. I mean,
of course, the banjo comes from Africa. I mean, it is. There's so many different.
Interesting.
There's so many different. It come over with the slave trade is where the banjo came from.
Really?
Yeah. So it was an African instrument.
I've never heard that.
Really? Yeah.
No, I've never heard that.
It was an African instrument.
Oh my goodness.
Of course, when Bill Monroe started doing bluegrass music, it was just
music.
It was just music.
Yeah.
It was just folk music, country music. Because I mean, they didn't break down a a bluegrass chart from the country charts until the late 50s, was it?
That's right.
Or early 60s. So it was country
It was
and
just
bluegrass
country
was all
music.
lumped together, you know.
See, Monroe came to the Opry in '39,
Okay.
and so that's where bluegrass hit, and it was widespread on radio. That was the first nationally aired bluegrass radio that really went successful. And it's Bill Monroe's Bluegrass Boys, 1939.
Okay. That is
Mule Skinner
fascinating.
Blues. That was the first number they played on the Opry.
Okay.
And so
That history. You just don't.
Well, I love
I've always loved bluegrass, and I know a little
Yeah.
bit about the history, but obviously not very much. I had the what you said about the banjo coming from Africa blows my mind. We have got a African instrument that's a string instrument that my dad bought.
Huh.
And I'll have to if it's still around, because with my parents both being passed, and we are looking at things that are still around the house. But I kind of think that's still at our house. If it is, I'll send you an image of it,
Yeah.
so you can see what it is.
that'd be neat.
Yeah, my dad just loved history, and he collected all kinds of stuff. But we do. We have an African instrument, I believe, that he bought at a sale many years ago.
That's
If
interesting.
I'm not, but that makes sense because
It's
it is a
just all-
string instrument. Yeah.
Bluegrass, well, just like any music. Any music, you can take it back. It comes from, this instrument comes from one place, or all these different places. It's just a collage of
Yeah.
different backgrounds of different groups. These people, of course, they just came over. They were immigrants and settled here. I mean, from different places, Europe, Africa, all over the place. But they settled in Appalachia, and that was just their music.
That's
that was just what they
interesting.
played. So it was a melting pot of music, as well as
That is
ethnicities and the
fascinating.
way everything kind of come together. But it's music is everybody's.
Yeah.
It really is.
I love it. It's so interesting to see the development of it. Now, you picked up the banjo first.
First, correct.
And so, how do you play banjo, guitar, anything else, or are
I
those
play
your two?
that. I mean, we all of us are multi instrumentalists, but
Pretty much strings. If it's got strings
yeah,
on
yeah,
it.
oh yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
Played the trumpet in high school, but
Oh, okay.
first in freshman year, first chair, and I can't read music, so that didn't work too well. But yeah, I made it through that whole year without ever having a piece of music on my stand, and she didn't say anything, so I made that work. But I
hysterical.
said I can't do this anymore. I got other
That's
stuff to do.
hysterical. I got to do my thing. That's
it. That's
funny.
it, yeah.
Oh, you're like a music teacher's nightmare when it
Well, it
comes
wasn't
to.
that she didn't like
Yeah,
that. She
that
didn't like
you
that.
got
No.
to learn to read music.
Yeah.
I've had that argument because I can't read music either. And so,
Well, and it does. It helps you.
where's the chord?
But
Where,
yeah.
or you can pick the notes out and
Yep.
stuff. Now, do you read music?
No, I don't.
None of us
really?
can read music.
Okay, you
I
just
believe-
learned okay.
I believe our fiddle man can. I believe
No,
Noah can
Noah,
read music,
yeah.
but he doesn't. With the stuff we do,
Sure.
he just.
And
Yeah.
Lily
can,
can.
yeah,
Lily,
that's right, she
because she
plays
plays
piano.
piano. She reads music.
all
Yeah.
of us can play a little piano. Just old
That's so
by ear
cool.
stuff. But
I love that. That's just amazing.
I played dobro. That's the other thing.
I love
Yeah,
dobro.
banjo, guitar, dobro on
Yes.
stage. Or if
Sure,
Brennan's
sure.
going to take a guitar and sing one, I'll play the bass. We can all just.
Yeah.
Brennan plays guitar and
Okay.
Cash
okay.
plays guitar. It's just
Okay. See, it's like
just-
Around.
tossed
got
around.
strings.
And of
I
course,
love
Noah and Lily, they do all the same thing too.
sure, sure. I love this. If you're just joining us, you need to go back and listen to the entirety of the show. Cutter Cash and the Blue and the Kentucky Grass.
Cutter and Cash and
and
the
the
Grass.
Kentucky. I don't
That's
know
it.
why. It's just some. I can't. I guess it's early. I can't seem to wrap my voice around it. But Cutter and Cash and the Kentucky Grass here in studio with us. They're going to be at Kilgore Station Bluegrass Festival. When can they see you? Sooner. Do you what's the
Well, I
next
tell
show
you what,
have
I'll-
you got coming up? Do you
I've
have
got-
something in
we
the next?
talked earlier a little bit
next couple
about
of
it.
months? What's your schedule
we
coming
got
up?
all kinds
Yeah.
of stuff coming up.
This,
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about your schedule.
this weekend, you can come to Clarksville and
Yeah,
see
you
us.
can come to Clarksville
Oh
and see
wow,
us. We're
that's
gonna
up
be
the
down
street,
there.
y'all.
Yeah, not too far.
Mm-hmm.
And then if anybody wants to really take a trip, you can really go with us. All right, I'll just read you in order. We'll just keep going. All right.
Okay.
Saturday at 6 p.m., we're going to be in Clarksville, Tennessee, at Spring Creek Baptist Church. That's where
Okay.
that's going to be. Sunday at 10 a.m., we'll be at Spring Creek Baptist Church again to their Sunday morning sing. All right. On Thursday and Friday of the week after that, it'll be the 25th and 26th, we'll be in Nashville, down there at the Spigma Award Show. We'll be down there mingling around.
Which awards? Which one?
SPICMA, Society of Preservation Bluegrass Music Association.
Wonderful. Okay.
So, big Bluegrass Awards show down to Music City, Sheraton there in Nashville.
Are you up from some more?
No, we
Not
just
yet. You
we go
will be.
down. Oh yeah, we
You
go
will
down
be.
and do some showcases for festivals
sure.
and that sort of
Okay.
thing. Good public relations and a lot of good jam sessions. So we enjoy
Better
it.
believe it.
So then so we play down there on Friday night on the 27th. That'll be Saturday. So Friday we're in Nashville. Saturday we are in Everglades Bluegrass Festival, Miami, Florida.
Okay.
Sunday, January the 28th, we're in Sarasota, Florida at Sarasota Community Church. February the 2nd, we're at the Kentucky Opry in LaVern That's February the 2nd, 7 p.m. Grayson County Opry in Litchfield, Kentucky. That's February the 16th. And
Wow.
all kind of stuff in between and around that. You can go to our Facebook page and like and follow us and find out where we're going to be at. And we'd love to come see you all out there too. So come see us, and we'd like to come see you.
So how are you liking the traveling on the road? Are you-
It's the greatest
love
thing.
it.
We get to do all kinds.
And this is our biggest year yet. I mean, we're going.
We got Miami, of course, coming up soon. North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Carnival, Montana. Montana's coming up.
Wow.
Carnival Cruise has contracted us out 5 days in the Bahamas. So it's
Whoa.
gonna be a good year so far.
Oh my gosh.
Arkansas, just booked Arkansas, Mountain View, Arkansas.
Northern Indiana.
Northern Indiana's
How
coming up
fun,
too. So.
y'all.
Oh, it's
That's
great.
great. I'm so
It's so much
excited for
fun.
y'all. How exciting. That's just wonderful.
And we've just really, the bookings have really just started coming. I guess everybody's just now started getting their festivals
Like I
put
said,
together.
last week
so.
we had about 8 or 10 come in just during a day or two.
Oh my goodness.
But it gives me something to do. I enjoy it. It's great.
I love
it's
it.
great.
That is so wonderful.
It is so
Well,
much
God
fun.
bless y'all. I just pray that y'all can just keep doing
I
living your
appreciate that.
dream.
I
And just,
appreciate
you
that.
know, and they're brothers in Jesus.
That's
and
right.
that is you just that's, you know, I keep going back to my interview. Y'all need to listen to that Monday interview. Y'all need
to do that.
Talk to Jeffrey, because I asked him, I said, well, do you do contemporary Christian? He goes, I'm just an artist that loves Jesus, and you hear it in everything I do.
Yep.
And I was like, and I see that in you guys.
Well, I
too.
appreciate that.
And,
And we got a bluegrass record, a gospel record that's going to come out.
That's
It'll
wonderful.
be on the EP, and we'll be sure and send it in here to the station. You get that in your rotation for
That
us.
would be wonderful.
Be good.
And I'll tell you, do you want to play something from that? Would you want to give us a gospel?
we can give you a
do us a
gospel.
gospel. Let me do my break. Y'all
Okay,
get
that'd
ready
be
for
fine.
that. Maybe let's play a couple more. Let's
That'd be fine,
do
yeah.
a gospel, and then one of your favorites. You
Okay,
know,
we can
keep
handle
it in mind that if you do anything that's got copyright issues, we'll get silenced on Facebook.
Okay.
So that's one thing. As long
Okay.
as you've got as long as you've got the rights to play it
Okay.
and all that, we should be fine.
All
But
right.
you know how these old Facebook guys
Oh, yeah.
are. That
Oh,
Facebook
yeah.
police
They will.
get on us. But so stuff that's in public domain and original, always a good thing with any social media, just to keep you from getting muted and stuff.
Sure.
But anyway, so as they get set up to play, we're going to talk about our sponsor, Cumberland Connect. I mentioned the other day, we kind of know that Cumberland Connect has pretty much gotten the availability for high-speed internet to all of the Cumberland Electric customers once Senator Kerry has it, and he does. He hasn't gotten it hooked up yet, so I haven't gotten the official word that they've got everybody available, but if they're not there, they are super, super close, because Kerry was right at the very end of the list. And our senator, he is, busy getting ready to go into legislative session, but he said, we have got access. I've just got to, set up an appointment. And what you'll find out is once you call them and find out, hey, are you in my neighborhood? 800-987-2362, 800-987-2362, or you can go to cumberlandconnect.org, put in your zip code, and set up the appointment. It'll happen so fast. And it is just absolutely really effortless on your part. You do have to make an appointment when they come on in the house, but they can set up an extender for you if you've got outbuildings like I do. Just wonderful local representation when it comes to customer service. So affordable. You get a gig for $80. I was paying $65 with my previous carrier and was getting like a 3.5 upload speed. Oh my goodness. It is wonderful having a gig. I know that's like filling a bathtub with a fire hose. That's what my tech kids tell me. But you know what? Why not? But if you're somebody that says $80 is a lot of money to me, well, if you've never had internet and you need it, we all do because it's a utility. They have the Affordable Connectivity Program. And if you qualify, you could get up to $30 per month for broadband services. And they have packages that start at just $30 per month. If you need to know more, go to cumberlandconnect.org. cumberlandconnect.org, or again, give them a call at 800-987-2362, 1-800-987-2362, and you know what to tell them. Always tell them, please, that you turn sent you. And as we get back into it, we have got Cutter and Cash and Kentucky Grass. Got it.
I'd like to give a big shout out to Richard and Julia Mozart. They're out there listening to us today.
Very good.
Good people. We appreciate them. They've always
love
been
it.
real good to us.
I love it. Well, we're excited to hear some more. We're going to play a couple of more songs in the time we have remaining. So what have we got
Do you a
next?
little bit of a gospel number here. I like to hear Cash do this song. How about an old little Bill Monroe tune?
He's looking at you going, what?
Well, that's the way we speak. We can talk like that, but we speak with our eyes.
That's right.
Whenever you're on stage, you got a microphone in front of you. You can't talk,
Yep, yep.
unless you got something you really want to
That's
say.
super cute.
So
I love it.
that gets us around that. We talk with our eyes. So
That sibling bond.
that's it. Do a little bit of working on the building.
Got it.
I'm working on a building. I'm working on a building. I'm working on a building for my Lord, for my Lord.
It's a Holy Ghost
Building, it's a Holy Ghost building. It's a Holy Ghost building for my Lord, for my Lord. If I was a gambler, let me tell you what I would do. I'd quit my gambling and I'd work on a building too.
Well, I'm working on a
Building, I'm working on a building. I'm working on a building for my Lord, for my Lord. It's a Holy Ghost building, it's a Holy Ghost building. Well, it's a Holy Ghost building for my Lord, for my Lord. If I was a drunk, let me tell you what I would do. I'd quit my drinking and I'd work on a building too.
I'm working on a
Building, I'm working on a building. I'm working on a building for my Lord, for my Lord. It's a Holy Ghost building, it's a Holy Ghost building. It's a Holy Ghost building for my Lord, for my Lord. If I was a sinner, let me tell you just what I'd do. Brother, I'd quit my sin and then I'd work on a building too.
I'm working on a
Building, I'm working on a building. I'm working on a building for my Lord, for my Lord. It's a Holy Ghost building. Well, it's a Holy Ghost building. It's a Holy Ghost building for my Lord, for my Lord. It's a Holy Ghost building for my Lord, for my Lord.
working on a building.
That is one that I love at the Kilgore Festival. I just absolutely love it. And I just, man, how in the world do you hold those notes?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm telling you, that's wonderful. But this is Cutter and Cash and the Kentucky Grass. Tell me a little bit about your other two band members, because they're siblings as well.
Correct.
When did they join? I kind of know their story, but I don't have it in front of me. So
About
update us
2
on
years
them.
ago, I believe it was. Yeah, they're from Elkton, Kentucky. Lily and Noah Goebel, 14 and 16 years old. And Noah plays the fiddle. He's Kentucky
very.
State, Tennessee State, Alabama State, Georgia State champion, Grandmaster champion. Of course, that's the big contest over the whole nation.
Sure.
And played the opera 3 times, won the contest, and able to do that. So, and Lily, she's a fine guitar player, wonderful singer, and really.
Oh, yeah.
They're a great addition to the group. We're glad to have them.
And so, because I remember we've had them in and talked to them because they're known locally too,
Sure.
and so I just love that y'all have made that being able to get that group together because I just love the sibling thing of it, and you're just kind of hanging out, just kind of bringing in the bass, man. I love it. Aren't you having fun hanging out with these kiddos?
It's a lot of fun. I have always wanted to do stuff like this, and I thought at the time that I really wanted to do it, as old as I am, if you don't hit the music scene whenever you're like 18 or 19, 20 years old, then you're probably not going to make it.
Yeah.
But I've got a chance.
Yeah, isn't that fun? And I mean, and like you're that old, you're in your 30s. I mean, come on, I'm twice your age.
Well,
but that's cool. Let's say something about the bluegrass look here. I love that y'all rock the look. You got the. So what are the guidelines for the bluegrass look?
This is casual. This everyday stuff.
Everyday.
Okay.
We didn't dress up today.
Y'all are funny because they do have the suits and they look good.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, they look so good when they're together. But there's a look.
Well, as Mr. Monroe would say, you better put on a coat, a suit coat, a tie, and a hat, and act a gentleman about it. That's what he always said about his music.
Oh, I love
and
it.
I take that to heart. I mean, we do. We always have on a suit whenever we're playing out in front of the public eye.
Yeah.
And we always have a matching suit, and make sure we look nice, and we want to. I think that's part of it because people listen with their eyes. They really do.
And y'all do. Y'all have the bluegrass look. And you really have got it rocking now too.
and that's part of the history of it all
Yes, it
too.
is,
So
yeah, and I think people don't really realize that because they're like, well, they must be bluegrass players. There is a signature.
The Stetson hats and the big boots, and
Yeah.
Now, our old suits that we wear, there's kind of a neat story on those two. Those came from Mel Tillis. They were the Statesiders band. That was his band, Statesiders. They belonged to him.
My.
So that's
cool.
kind of a neat thing.
Oh my goodness.
So if you ever see any red, tan, or green suits we're wearing, those came from Mr. Tillis. So kind of neat.
I have a cousin, Loretta Harper. She's the one who's restoring Elvis's costumes.
Oh, is that right?
Graceland. And so she's into all that. And I saw her mom on here a minute ago. Betty, you need to reach out to Loretta and have her reach out to these guys because I bet she'd be interested in talking to them. Because any those kinds of that
All the
history,
memorabilia. I love it.
That is huge.
Oh, yeah.
That is huge. Oh, I'm sure she just like her ears went, what? What? That's great. Okay, have you got another one for us as we wrap it up?
Another one, We ain't done any slow songs for that, I don't guess. So we'll end on a slow song. This is a Wisner Brothers tune. I think it's a pretty number. Cash does a fine job singing it. One entitled "The Pathway of Teardrops."
The pathway of teardrops will show you the way. If you ever want to come back to me, you know, dear, that I've cried both night and day since you've told me you'll never be free. I loved you so, still I let you go. Now I'm sending this message to you. You know, dear, that I've cried both night and day since you've told me you'll never be free. I loved you so, still I let you go. Now I'm sending this message to you. gonna show you the way. If you ever want to come back to me, if you ever want to come back to me, to me, to me.
Oh my goodness, that is Cutter and Cash and the Kentucky Grass. You can hear them at Kilgore Station, and you need to search them out on social media. They've got the songs coming out, got one out already that you can get. So much fun. I tell you, they're going to hang out. They're going to be here for the Ghost Show with Lee Marie is coming up right after me. I got to get to school.
Hey, go.
I'm going to get doing that. Thank you guys so much.
Much
Look forward
obliged
to-
to you folks tuning down out there in Radio Land and Facebook Live there. We do appreciate you. Come see us sometime, and a big old thank you to U-Turn LaVern here. Thank you so much.
And I'll tell you, between now and Kilgore, we're going to have to get you back in here.
I think that'd be fine. We enjoy
We got a
this.
little bit of time, so look forward to hearing from you guys again and seeing you at the festival. And y'all keep listening. Go Show's coming up with Lee Marie. We'll let the guys take a break while we make the switch. This is 1100 WSGI.